Hello and welcome to Spartan Stadium here on the campus of San Gorgonio High School in San Bernardino, California, as the Community Christian College Saints women's soccer team is set to take off against the Colorado Northwestern Spartans. It is a hot Saturday morning here in early September, in the early part of this season between the Spartans and the Saints. The Saints in the white and black shorts, while the Spartans are in the red tops and black shorts. In goal today for the Saints be number 31, Madeline Rios. Her defenders in front of her are Stephanie Kenner, Desiree Nieto, Yacy Reyes, and on the far end is Angela Shoemaker. Your centers are Alyssa Alvarado and Dana Callie, and your forwards are Kiera Scollard, Emily Goddard, as Emily is set to kick it off here to start this one. No scoreboard, no clock, nothing. The referees, the officials will have to take full count into all of that as this game is set underway. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Saints, Kirsten Boyd and Aiden Donato. As there's Angela over in the back corner. Kicks it over to Dana. Now over to Yacy. Tries to get in the middle of the field, but cannot as it's stolen away by number 4, Annie Alder of the Spartans. They get it up close. Get it in. Shot on goal. Just misses far to the left. And it'll be a goal kick. Rios is going to give up the kick. As I previously mentioned, it is a hot one today as the Saints and Spartans are playing on turf, so that is going to add a little extra heat to this one. So hydration and it's going to be really key for the Saints and the Spartans in this one today. That one's brought into center field. Knocked down by Donato. Tries to find Shoemaker, then tries to find Boyd, but Boyd lets it go out of bounds, and it's Spartans' ball. It's thrown in by the Spartans. Still trying to fight for it in the midfield as the ball is being taken away by Goddard, but then loses it back to the Spartans. Now the Spartans on a run here as Scollard is able to kick it out of bounds and stop the Spartans' momentum, but the ball will remain with the Spartans. It'll be a throw-in by number 11, Jocelyn Gomez. Is knocked away by Reyes out of bounds, and it will remain with the Spartans. Saints in their 4th year of existence as an athletic program, as that one's headed out of play by Scollard, trying to prevent any kind of scoring chance there for the Spartans. This is year 4 of the Saints athletic program, still trying to prove themselves, trying to show that they can compete in the NJCAA. They are the first ever California school, California Community College that is, to participate in college athletics outside of the California Community College Athletic Association. And so they have a lot to prove being the only California school and bring a brand new school as that ball is blocked by Nieto, took it off the back from number 17, Brooklyn Henley, saving a goal, and the score still remains at 0. So heads up play there. Putting the body in the line of that shot. It's not easy building a brand new program from scratch, something that the entire Saints program have had to do for the last 4 years. There's a lot going into it, the recruiting, as well as, the scenery, the school itself, and just the comfortability of knowing that, hey, you're in a program that is fairly new, as this one is being brought up to the other side of the field. The Saints here on a run, but keeping it in is Schollard. She hands it over to Alvarado, who's trying to find an open woman. Finds Kenner. Kenner then brings it up front to, I believe it is Boyd. Now here's Schumacher trying to pick it up, trying to keep it on their offensive side of the field. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Spartans, so the ball remains with the Saints. And the Saints are in business here, trying to put up the first tally of the game. Thrown in by Shoemaker. Finds Boyd. Boyd in the corner. She tries to get in front of the goal. Cannot get it. Nobody open, and the ball just rolls all the way across, and the ball will go to the Spartans. So he tried really hard to cross it from the corner, but cannot quite find a Saint in the area to kick it in, and just misses. And the score remains at 0. Ball will be thrown in here by the Spartans. Taken away by Schollard. Now fight for it. And winning that battle was Goddard. Here's Boyd again in the corner. Tries to get around with a little move there, a little move here, trying to get between 2 defenders, now 3, and loses the ball. And it'll go to a goal kick, as they say. It was last kicked out by Boyd. So a couple scoring chances here for the Saints early on. Unable to successfully score a goal, but putting the pressure on the Spartans here early. As that kick is kicked across to Alder, then taken away by Alvarado. Kick into the middle. Not quite get it. And there is Nieto to try to stop the Spartans' momentum. They're still fighting around for it. As Donato is just really fighting for that ball over there in the middle of the field. Trying to set the Saints up here, as there is a penalty called on the Spartans. So it'll be a free kick here, taken by Shoemaker. Kick. Stopped by the Spartans, and it's kicked all the way up to midfield. All the way across, going to try to stop that momentum for the Spartans. And that was Stephanie Kenner, who was able to stop the Spartans' momentum by kicking it out of bounds and get the team reset here. So Spartans have the ball. Looking to take advantage. Another solid defensive play there by the Saints. This time by number 15, Desiree Nieto. Saints have been very aggressive in their defensive stops here early on, limiting the Spartans' opportunities to score. Gomez over to Alder. And then Schollard comes in and with the steal. Passes it all the way into the middle, trying to get around the Spartans defenders, but is unsuccessful. Was Alyssa Alvarado. And the ball remains with the Spartans. Another throw-in, bad throw-in by the Spartans and taken away by Schollard. And she loses it, trying to recover the ball. Alder takes it, gives it over to Gomez. And the ball is kicked off to the side and out of bounds. Call will be going Saints ball. So the ball was kicked out of bounds last by number 22, Cadence Young of the Spartans. They were trying to fight for it in the middle of the field. And so now the Saints trying to take advantage here. That one's tossed in to Alvarado. Then back to Kenner. Kenner trying to find a way to get out. But Bailey McDonald is all over her. She has to kick it all the way over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker trying to find an open man, finds Dana Callie, then finds back to Kenner. Kenner over to Alvarado. She's in the middle of the field, trying to get past one defender, finds Scollard. She tries to do a one-touch pass, but is blocked by Jocelyn Gomez. And the Spartans set offside as number 5, Sydney Worthington, was not prepared for that pass to come. She was offside as soon as that ball was kicked. I think she was anticipating a Saints run, so she kind of was just sitting and waiting, and instead her Spartans teammates found the ball, tried to get it to her, but she was already offsides. Kenner with the long free kick there. There's Dana Callie over to Alvarado. She's looking for Scollard and Goddard, but ain't not able to find either one. Ball's kicked back into the middle of the field. Now there's a pass in the middle field. It's a 2-on-3. And there goes Sydney Worthington using her speed to try to break open. Passing it up the middle to number 9, Bailey McDonald. Tries to get it into the goal, but is stopped. Madeline Rios coming out of the goal to knock that one down and stop a scoring opportunity for the Spartans, keeping this game tied at 0. Header is by number 17, Brooklyn Henley, and that header goes out of bounds, giving the ball to the Saints. No score early in this one. Saints and Spartans here on the Ladder Sports YouTube channel. I am your broadcast host, Nick Escalera. I am the broadcast host for all Saints sporting events, from soccer to basketball to baseball, you name it. I'll be with you through all Saints athletics this season, bringing you the live coverage from all home games. As there is time on the field. I don't know if it was a timeout called or if there was a penalty, and they're just going over, explaining to the players why they called it. Nonetheless, the Saints players rehydrating in the meantime. It's a hot one today, folks. Somewhere in the mid-90s. I can't tell you exactly what the temperature is, but I just know that here in the press box there is no AC, and so I am sweating as if I'm out there on the field. As here's Alvarado trying to get it across. She's across the 20 to the 15. Passes off to her teammate, Donato. Donato trying to find Boyd, but there's too many Spartans defenders in her face, and she's not able to get it out. Shoemaker tries to get it back in the middle, but it's knocked down by the Spartans. Now there's Dana Callie trying to fight for the ball, trying to give the Saints an opportunity, but too many Spartans defenders around. There is 5 defenders for the Spartans against 3 Saints forwards. This one's kicked into the middle field. Out to the outside to Alder. Alder finds Worthington. There goes Kenner trying to stop the rush. And it goes out of bounds, and they will say it is a goal kick, so the ball will remain with the Saints. So good defense there once again by the Saints. They've done a very good job of being very physical here near their own goal to stop the Spartans from scoring. Looks like Kenner will be taking the kick. She kicks it all the way out to midfield, trying to find Goddard. Instead it gets to Scollard. She tries to kick it over to, I believe it was Boyd, but it was unsuccessful. Now they're fighting for the ball as Goddard knocks down Cadence Young. No whistle called. They high-five it out. I know there was no intention there. Good sportsmanship there from Goddard. One of the big things that the mission statement for the Saints when it comes to athletics is, good sportsmanship. At the end of the day, this is just a game. This isn't life. This is just a game. So as long as we can all have a good time, play hard, play the best of our abilities, and be good sportsmanship, show good sportsmanship, that is, everybody will have a good time. As it looked like there, I believe Scholar was trying to find somebody near the 5 or the 10-yard line, but nobody ended up going out and breaking out. So ball goes to the Spartans as they are now trying to get it out of their own zone. Time of possession has gone primarily to the Saints. I don't have an exact timing, as I have mentioned before. No score clock, no scoreboard in general. So we're just going based off of the best we know. As that one just kicked right in the face of Boyd. Hard one. I heard that from up here. There's Donato over in the corner, over near the 15-yard line. Pass it over to Cali. Back to Donato. He's trying to find a way around number 7, Liz Guerrero, but is unsuccessful and has to pass it back as they get it all the way back to Donato. Donato from center midfield. All the way over to Goddard. I keep getting those two mixed up, Goddard and Schollard. The ball goes out of bounds, and the ball goes to the Spartans. Throw in, this time by Schollard, as the Spartans were not able to get it out of their zone and got kicked out of bounds. The goalie, number 1, Emma Swain, picks it up and throws it in. Saints doing a very good job of keeping it on their side of the field, putting the pressure on the Spartans. As that ball goes out of bounds once again. Throw in over to Alvarado. Now Henley trying to get it to the midfield. Over to Alder. Alder using her speed, breaking away here. Over at the 20, the 15. Gets it across. Cannot find Jillian Garcia, and it goes all the way to the corner, and Schumacher picks it up. Kicks it over to Donato, who then loses it to Henley. But is able to recover after Nieto is able to take it away. Ball's at midfield here. Schumacher will throw it in over to Nieto. Now there goes Goddard, but she is not able to catch up to the pass of Nieto. And the goalie Swain picks it up. Misreading it is Reyes, so it gets over her head over to Jillian Garcia of the Spartans. But she is able to knock it down, and there's a penalty called. So it'll be a free kick for the Spartans. A really high kick, and so Reyes misjudged the angle of it. Almost gave a scoring opportunity to the Spartans, but they were able to recover. As Alvarado trying to save that one from going out of bounds, but ends up knocking it out herself, giving the ball up to the Spartans. So ball we've thrown in. I guess they're saying ball belongs to the Saints. And so Schollard will throw it in. She finds Boyd, who gets around the Spartans defender. Now she's trying to get around another one. In the end zone, trying to get it to the goal and is unsuccessful, and it'll be a corner kick for the Saints. So the Saints here with an opportunity with a corner kick to put the first tally of the game on the board. It'll be kicked by Dana Callie, as the Saints have Goddard right in front of the goalkeeper, and then Scholar just outside the end zone with Boyd, as ball is in the end zone and kicked out by the Spartans, saving that one. There's Nieto over to Schumacher, tries to get it around to Donato, but Donato is unable to get to it, and the ball is now in the corner, and it's Spartans' ball. And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Donato, and the ball will remain with the Spartans. So still no score here in this one. We've played about 20 minutes here in this one, just about. It is a rough estimation, as I once again will mention. No score clock. The preparation for today's game was not the greatest of communication, but it's okay. We have soccer still. As Boyd is trying to find a way around Guerrero, but can't find a way to get around her, so Guerrero just knocks it out, and the ball is with the Saints. Balls remained on this half of the field for majority of this first half. Saints have had their opportunities, but have not been successful in scoring. They look to try to break that open here. Ball's kicked up in the air and out of bounds. Substitution here for the Spartans. It looks like there will actually be a timeout taken here. So we will take a quick break here with the called timeout, water break here on a very, very hot day in San Bernardino, California. First half of this one, still no score. Here we are back at Spartan Stadium here at the campus of San Gorgonio High School in San Bernardino, California. Saints and Spartans in the Scenic West Athletic Conference coming out of the timeout, the hydration timeout. It is a scorcher here today, mid to upper 90s, but it feels like in the hundreds down there on the turf grass, as that turf just adds extra heat. So you got to know that these players are dying out there in the sun, but nonetheless, we still have soccer as we are halfway through this first half. No score thus far. Saints having the time of possession on their side, still looking to break open the scoring here in the first half. They've had 3 opportunities on goal. Each time we're not able to find an open woman to get it in the goal, as that ball is knocked down by Schollard, but then taken back by the Spartans. Newly entered Melissa Zavala in the game, trying to get past the 3 Saints defenders, and it's knocked away by Nieto. Schollard over to Alvarado. Alvarado over to, I want to say that's Boyd. Yes, it is Boyd. Ball on goal by Schollard, but it's kind of more of just kicking it away and hoping for the best. Ball's in midfield. Saints and Kenner trying to get it out. Still no score in this one. Ball is in center field, or midfield, excuse me. Center field being baseball term. As there is Schollard getting that pass, but then bumped by Garcia and stolen. No offside penalty calls. The Saints were asking for it, but to no prevail do they get the call. But Shoemaker's able to steal that one back, and now she's bringing it across midfield. Trying to find Boyd in the corner, but is unable. As Crystal Andrade tried to get it back into the Saints' offensive side, but was unsuccessful. Now here come the Spartans. Kenner able to kick that one away, stopping a scoring chance for the Spartans. And now here comes Schollard to try to get the Saints back into offensive position. And she passes it back to Reyes, who then finds newly entered Clarissa Munoz, who then tries to find Boyd, but is taken away by the Spartans. And a whistle blown here. It'll be a free kick going to the Spartans. Not quite sure who the whistle was blown on. Nonetheless, the Spartans get the ball. Free kick over to Young. Young then finding Gomez. Gomez looking for an outlet pass here. Tries to cross it. A little too hard, and offside is called as Garcia and Rios running right into each other. A little scary of a sight right there, as it almost looked like Rios got kneed in the head. But they both players get up, and both players are good to go, and play will resume with a free kick taken by Stephanie Kenner. Kenner looking for Schumacher on the other side of the field. Knocks down. Nobody around, so now she's just going to try to find a pass as she tries to find Clarissa Munoz. That ball takes a lucky bounce off of Guerrero to Munoz. Munoz tried to bring it across, but then stolen by the Spartans. So now the Spartans here taking their opportunity. No offside called again. This time it is called. A little late on the call, but nonetheless it is called. And it will be offsides on the Spartans, giving it back to the Saints. So no score still in this one between the Saints and the Spartans. Saints have had plenty of opportunities to score, but have not quite been able to finish. And on the other side for the Spartans, they just haven't really gotten many opportunities, as the Saints defense has really done a great job at being very physical and stopping the offensive opportunities. As that one's going into the corner, Boyd tried to get it across over to Goddard, but unsuccessful, as that was stopped by the goalkeeper of the Spartans. And so now here are the Spartans trying to get back on offense, but once again taken away by Alvarado and the Saints. Another substitution here for the Spartans. Number 4, Annie Elder re-enters this one, taking over for Sydney Worthington. There's Callie finding Munoz. Munoz tried to get it back to Callie, but it was taken away by the Spartans. And Kenner tried to stop the rush. Here comes Cadence Young for the goal, and the Spartans get on the board first. So an unlucky bounce off of Kenner's legs as she just tried to stop the ball and get the momentum back to the Saints. But the ball found Young after the ricochet off of her legs, and she just used her momentum to put that one in net, and it's 1-0 Spartans. So after all the opportunities the Saints had, the Spartans score first, and it's 1-0 Colorado Northwestern. And so here we are now. The Saints going to try to come from behind here, as Callie tries to find Munoz, but is unsuccessful, and it is now the Spartans' ball. Bala has the ball for the Spartans, gets around Reyes. Scholar coming in to try and help, and is able to knock it away, and it'll be a corner kick for the Spartans. Good move there from the Spartans. Number 14, Melissa Zavala, to get around Reyes. Earns herself a corner kick here. Kick. Tried to put it in net is Jillian Garcia and misses just to the right of the goal. And so it'll be a goal kick for Rios. Here's Alvarado. Rios takes it to Zavala. Turnover there. Saints struggling to get it out of their own zone now. as the tables have now turned from the Spartans taking advantage to the Saints having to play defense. It was all Saints the first half of this first half, really, as they were on the offensive side of the ball for majority of this beginning of this game. And ever since that goal, they've struggled to get it out of their own defensive side. Kicking it out is Alvarado. She's not looking too pleased out there, trailing 1-0 here in the first half. So throw in here by the Spartans. Zavala over to Gomez. Taken away by Schollard. And here comes Boyd. Boyd's trying to get around 2 defenders and 3, but cannot get it past the 3rd. And the Spartans are able to recover. The Heat really slowing down the pace of this one. Started off pretty fast, but I think everybody's starting to notice the difference in temperature going from the bench to the turf, as offsides is called against Zavala of the Spartans. If you're unfamiliar with playing on a turf fields add a little extra heat. So that's why they're very useful during the winter sports. If you're a winter sport and you use turf field, it really helps with keeping the field a little bit warmer. It helps with being able to play on a playable surface and not allowing, the field to soak it up and get all soggy and mushy. So within the summer sports don't normally have turf fields because that extra heat, the little black rubbers that are in the turf field tend to cause an extra few degrees of temperature, whether it's 5, 10, 15 extra degrees. So even though it's in the mid to high 90s, over on the field, it feels like it's in the mid 100, not the mid 100s, but I would say like 105, 110, right around there. Definitely very, very hot, and definitely does get to these players. So they will need to stay hydrated for sure. It's not easy to play a game of soccer already with all the running around they do. Adding the extra temperature to what's already outside, it's not fun. As Callie finds Munoz over on the right side of the field, but she is not able to handle it, and it is taken away by Chamberlain of the Spartans. Now coming across midfield with it is Henley. Henley finding Zavala. Zavala, the wide open woman, over in the corner. Just kicks it on goal. Not quite sure what she was doing there. I don't think she knew what she was doing there either. She's frustrated with herself. And the Saints get the ball back. There's Clarissa Munoz. Apologize. I kept saying Munoz earlier. That was Andrade, number 12. Cristo Munoz, number 2. As it'll be Spartans ball here. And nonetheless, Munoz comes off, as does Zavala for the Spartans. You can tell that the heat definitely is getting to some of them. They definitely do look very depleted with their energy. But they're going to tell you that's not an excuse, and they just got to keep playing hard. There's Andrade trying to take the ball away. She gets knocked by Annie Alder of the Spartans, and she takes it away. She kicks it on goal and is knocked down and caught by Rios. So Rios with a kick to midfield. So nobody really open, and so the Spartans get the ball. There's Dana Callie. Callie trying to find an open teammate. Found Boyd and then got it over to Andrade, but Andrade could not handle it. So Andrade's going to come off the field now. As will, I know it will just be Andrade, Callie, and Schumacher just going over to rehydrate, get some water, cool themselves down. So the whistle was blown. I guess Andrade will not come off just yet. I think they're about to have Andrade come off. I think that's kind of what they're waiting for, is the substitution time to do it. As the Spartans now back on their side of the field. Cadence Young looking for somebody open. Can't find anybody open, so she's just looking around like, where are my teammates? That one's knocked out of bounds by Worthington. And so now all the Spartans yelling at each other, trying to get on the same page here. A little miscommunication allowed the Saints to get the ball back. As Aiden Donato comes back on the field. Andrade will not be coming off. Instead, it was someone else. Did not quite see who it was. But it doesn't matter here as play is resuming. Throw in into the corner. Boyd with the ball. She's covered by 2 Spartan defenders and gets pushed and knocked out of bounds by number 11, Jocelyn Gomez. And so it'll be a throw in here for Boyd. She throws it to Donato, but there's 4 Spartan defenders around her, so wasn't able to do much with it. As Reyes gets the ball back, trying to find somebody, but instead finds a Spartan. So here come the Spartans trying to get some momentum going. As the ball's kicked across the field over to number 5, Sydney Worthington, but she is not able to catch up to that one. And it is out of bounds, and it goes to the Saints. Kenner throws it in. Taken away by Worthington. She tries to throw it across. Here come the Spartans, knocked down by Rios. Another block shot by Rios. Spartans trying to get an open shot, and they hit it off the crossbar. So Madeline Rios coming out of the goal to make 2 tremendous stops. And then with a wide open goal for the Spartans, hits the crossbar of the goalpost and not that of the football goalpost and not that of the soccer goal. And so now the Saints with the ball. Schumacher had no idea where the Spartans player was and kind of lollygagged just a little bit to the point where Spartans had an opportunity to score, but Rios doing her job as the goaltender and preventing a Spartan score. And so now here, once again, ball getting past Shoemaker into the corner for Alder. Alder trying to find Worthington. Instead, she's going to try to take it herself with 4 Saints on her. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. So Saints trying to get back to being a defensive team, or at least being a well defensive team. As they have been held scoreless here with at least 4 or 5 opportunities to put the ball in net and been unsuccessful. Ball kicked into the middle of the field. Boyd heads it. Whistle called. I think they're going to call a push on the Spartans, so it's going to be a free kick for the Saints. Whistle blown here, not quite sure what for. Ball was headed out of bounds by the Spartans. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Another not-so-good throw-in, this time by Schumacher, but Kenner able to recover. Donato trying to come in and steals the ball away from the Spartans. And now she gets it into Boyd. Boyd back to Donato. Donato back to Boyd. Boyd with the ball in the corner. Trying to get around the Spartans defender, but she kicks it out of bounds. Unfortunately, is the call from the linesman. He says the ball went out just enough, and it's out of bounds. It's Spartans' ball. Now here's Young into the middle of the field. Going to be stopped by Reyes. Worthington right behind her, but Reyes able to get it out. Over to Schollard. And over to Nieto. Nieto to Callie. Callie over to Boyd. Boyd, Callie, and Goddard all near the goal, but it goes out of bounds and it'll be a goal kick. Callie gets the ball, gives it over to Nieto. Finds Donato. And Nieto has to kick it all the way back to Rios. Rios finds Reyes. And then Reyes loses it out of bounds, and it is now Spartans' ball. Not in the side of the field that the Saints want it to be. Saints trying to create space, but have not been able to for quite some time now after putting a lot of pressure. Spartans have done a good job of readjusting their game plan to the Saints and really have done a good job of keeping it on the offensive side of the field for them and keeping the Saints in defensive mode for a good portion of this first half. Just a couple minutes left here in the first half as the Spartans lead it 1-0 after the goal midway through this one. Saints now just going to try their best to not allow another goal. That one goes between the legs of Nieto, but recovered by Kenner. Kenner over to Schollard. Back to Reyes. Reyes then to Kenner. I think they're just playing keep away at this point and killing the clock. Reyes finds Callie. Callie over to Munoz. Andrade. Andrade tries to kick it past the Spartans' number 4, Annie Alder, but to no prevail. Not number 4, 14, Melissa Zavala. And so that is the end of the first half here from Spartan Stadium. The Spartans of Colorado Northwestern take an early 1-0 lead into the half after a Cadence Young goal here from San Gorgonio High School. We'll be back with the second half of this game as the Spartans lead 1-0 over the Saints here in San Bernardino, California in this Scenic West Athletic Conference matchup. We are back live here from Spartan Stadium at the campus of San Gregorio High School here in San Bernardino, California, in the Scenic West Athletic Conference matchup between the Spartans of Colorado Northwestern and the Saints of Community Christian. Spartans take the early lead with the first half goal by Cadence Young. And as they lead this one 1-0 as we are set to kick off the second half here from San G. The Saints starting off the second half with Donato, Schollard, Boyd, Alvarado, Nieto, Munoz, Kenner, Reyes, and Goddard as their starting 11 here to start the second half. As the Spartans already off to what was about to be, I thought was going to be a breakaway chance here, but a penalty is called. I believe either penalty or whistle for a possible injury. As number 22, Cadence Young, is down, a little shaken up there after the collision, trying to fight for the ball. So even though the Spartans had the breakaway chance there, they blew the whistle, rolled it dead before, and so they will get a free kick from midfield. And we're back to action. They're going to drop it back to reset their alignment. And here we go. And that one's out of bounds. Battle for the ball near the 30-yard line as Donato is able to take it, but is knocked down by Bailey McDonald. Here comes Munoz. Boyd there for extra help. She heads that one away. Fighting with it with Zavala, kicks it past Zavala, but then Guerrero kicks it out of bounds and the ball will go to the Saints. Munoz will throw it in, looking for Alvarado. Alvarado finds Reyes. Reyes then finds Callie. Callie gets around over to Goddard. Goddard trying to get around Alder. And knocked away by Henley, and it's out of bounds, and the ball will remain with the Saints. All the midfield knocked away by Munoz, trying to get it away from the Spartans. Now Boyd off to the side. Out of bounds, says the linesman. And the ball will go to the Spartans. Boyd heads it over to Donato. Donato all by herself trying to get past two Spartans, but is unsuccessful. Ball remains in the middle of the field. There's Dana Callie. Back to Callie from Goddard. Then over back to Goddard from Schollard. Callie finds Reyes. Reyes trying to get around Worthington, but cannot. And knocked out by Worthington. Now the throw into Schollard gets past her and picking up the ball and knocking it out of bounds. Schollard. And it'll be a goal kick. They don't have any ball boys or ball girls to go chase down the ball, so the goalkeeper has to run all the way to the corner over there to get that one. As you can see over there by the parking lot. Goalkeeper comes back with it. Goalkeeper Emma Swain. The lone sophomore on this Spartans roster. Alvarado slips and Young able to get past. And then Kenner called for the foul as she was trying to play the ball and knock down Cadence Young. She's not happy with the call, and neither are the fans. But nonetheless, the ball remains with the Spartans. Ball is kicked past everybody. There goes Alder to try to catch up to it, but that ball was kicked way too hard by Young and out of bounds, and the ball will remain with the Saints. One nothing is the score here. Start of the second half. Ball's being headed around. The ball has been bouncing all over the place. Young just been all over it, trying to put the Spartans into offensive position. But the goalkeeper, Rios, able to get a handle on it. Now here comes Donato. Donato then gets the ball taken away by Chamberlain of the Spartans. Schollard heads that one, trying to keep it in the offensive zone, but is unsuccessful as that one's kicked out of bounds by the Spartans, and the ball remained with the Saints.
Come on, let's go.
Alvarado takes it away, passes it over to Callie. She's looking for Donato, but can't, and kicks it right past her, and it's picked up by Swain, the goaltender. Swain with the high arcing kick. Kenner knees it, but Cadence Young is able to control it with a header, giving it to Worthington. Over back to Young. Now onto the side to Alder. Alder trying to get it across field, trying to find McDonald, but gets past her. Boyd is able to recover and then gets it over to Munoz. Munoz tries to get it over to Donato, but is unsuccessful, and the Guerrero now with the ball. She finds Young. Gets it over to Gallman. Gallman over to Chamberlain. Trying to get around Alvarado. Decides to kick it back to Swain, the goaltender. And she's going to go for another long kick this time. But picked up by Reyes. Fighting her off with it is Alder. And she gets it over to Kenner. Kenner gets into the middle of the field. Gallman takes it away. And now Dana Callie, trying to get around two Spartans defenders. Knocked out of bounds by Young, and they say it's Spartans' ball. Don't know what they were seeing there. It looked like it was off of Young's foot first, but that's the call nonetheless. And there's a substitution. Garcia checking back into the game for the Spartans. Saints fighting for the ball, and they're able to recover, put it in the midfield. But Chamberlain takes away, and now there's Donato. Donato finds Alvarado. Alvarado's trying to get around Gallman. She's able to get past Gallman, and the kick on goal is stopped by Swain. Saints with another scoring opportunity there, unable to finish it. And now here come the Spartans. Zavala at midfield. And then there's a long cross. McDonald racing across to go get it. Munoz there to stop her and gets knocked down. No call. As they collided right into each other. Munoz down on the ground, a little shaken up. It looked like McDonald had shoved her to the ground. No call was made by the officials. But they're going to say it's Spartans' ball. So Munoz a little shaken up. Her teammate Nieto trying to help her out here. With the heat, I wouldn't be surprised if she sings stars. As the corner kick is kind of ugly of a kick. And Scholar just knocks it out to reset the play. Corner kick is stopped by the Saints. Gets it out of the end zone. Does Schollard. And then kicked out of bounds by Nieto. Substitution here for the Spartans. Annie Alder checking back into the game. And it looks like the Saints are going to try to do a substitution of their own, bringing in Andrade. So Spartans ball here will be thrown in by Liz Guerrero. She has Zavala and Young around her, as Alvarado and Donato are the two defenders. She tries to go back with it, and the ball is at midfield. Here comes Alder. Alder using that speed, trying to find an open teammate. Tries to get it past three Saints defenders, but cannot, and they knock it out of bounds for a corner kick. Couple breakaways for the Spartans here early on in the second half, but have been thwarted by the Saints defense, resulting in their third corner kick. Kick on goal is knocked down by Rios. And then a penalty is called. Or is it a goal? No, it is a penalty. As Rios got the wind knocked out of her, trying to stop that one. Looked like she got kneed in the stomach or something. She's a little shaken up. They check on her. Looks like she is all right. Very hard collision there in front of the goal. And here's Kenner to kick it out. Long kick. Saints take control of it. as Goddard finds Reyes. Oh, but then stolen by McDonald. McDonald tried to go for the long goal kick, but is not able to get it in net. And it is going to be another kick from the end zone. Kenner finds Donato, but it bounces right over her head. She gets it around, but then there is Worthington. Whistle blown. Will be a penalty on the Spartans, and it'll be a free kick awarded to the Saints. And here is Andrade to take that kick. And now a timeout on the field, as each side will go to their respective benches. And we'll take a quick timeout here from Spartan Stadium on the campus of San Gregorio High School in San Bernardino, California, as the Spartans of Colorado Northwestern lead the Saints of Community Christian 1-0. Welcome back to the Scenic West Athletic Conference matchup. Spartans leading the Saints 1-0 here at Spartan Stadium on the campus of San Gregorio High School. Coming out of the break, the Saints getting set to kick it off here on a free kick for a penalty called against the Spartans. Crystal Andrade is poised to kick it for the Saints. There's Nieto recovering the ball, trying to find Alvarado, but it's taken away by Guerrero. There's Cadence Young trying to get past all the Saints using her speed. And it's blocked by Reyes, and the ricochet goes all the way to Rios. So Rios picks it up, kicks it to Alvarado. She knocks it down, keeps it in front of her, and she has Guerrero on her tail. Finds Dana Callie all the way over to Goddard on the sideline, but Goddard not able to catch up to that one. And the ball goes out of bounds and goes to the Spartans. Throw in, finds Young. She heads it out of bounds, however. And the ball now goes to the Saints. 1-0 ball game. Cadence Young of the Spartans is tallied with that score, with a goal halfway through the first half, as we have reached the halfway point here in the second half. Saints had a lot of opportunities in the beginning of the game, keeping the ball on the offensive zone side of the field. But since the Cadence Young goal, have struggled to keep it on the offensive side of this field. As here is Goddard with the ball, gets it across to midfield to